Said
After before 80s and
okay. So when the boomers go,
yeah, let's stop putting this kind of music on wait.
let me just listen. Is the music still playing, Mickey?
No.
I'm muted. I want to hear what the fuck he's talking about.
Is it? Yeah, drum and bass.
Oh, this is like dubstep. This already had its wave, bro. You can turn it off now, man.
This was like so, like 2013, I think.
Yeah, right? 10 years ago already, we kind of went through the phase of, Skrillex going big and Diplo and all these other, like,
What the fuck happened to
producers that...
Skrillex, anyway? I know he's still around. He's working with Bad Bunny and everything.
I was about to say, I feel like he made a couple songs within the past couple years with some pretty known people.
He's in Las Vegas clubs playing. Michael Sartain always talks about this.
Oh yeah, Skrillex there. Yeah, I'm sure. Like nowadays, since he's probably hasn't like his music isn't probably like going as mainstream as it used to. He's just using his name probably to play venues constantly.
Yeah, he's maybe a little bit more exclusive now. You'd probably say.
Yeah.
He probably charges more to show up.
Maybe. Let's see. Emily started calling me instantly. Right away, stopped. She knows. She knows.
It stopped. What do you mean?
What did it say?
No, we're good. What happened?
Hey guys, is that what she's saying?
No, that's no. I'm saying Emily just called me. Let's see what's up. So I don't know, bro. Like that kind of like EDM techno music. I feel like it's gonna stick around, man. There's always a market for that. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't think we're gonna see it go mainstream.
Oh, we're live.
Maybe it'll. Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Yeah,
we are live.
Shit.
Oh, I don't realize we're live, bro.
Yeah, I told Miggy just to hit it, keep talking shit.
Welcome
I don't
back
see
to episode.
Yeah, right. Episode 90, guys. Welcome back. I don't see that shit going mainstream unless it's just another wave where like someone catches a lot of hype and then it's just gonna go away like always.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is right now, like you get a certain type of music that like you kind of have to cater. Like if you play this to somebody that's like 60 years old, they're gonna be fucking complaining.
Yeah, it's too.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then
I mean, it depends. There's some cool hipsters.
I mean, my dad's been in the club with us a couple times, and he don't complain. He's 60 years old.
I mean, we've partied with old people before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've definitely partied with old people.
Sometimes they get down, bro. You get enough whiskey shots in them.
well, they've done the research. When the music is fast in the stores, people shop faster. Like so, they walk around and pick shit faster and they move faster. Yeah. So they'll do that usually when the times are busy in the store, so people can start moving.
That doesn't work on me though.
What doesn't work on you?
Just putting on music because I just tend to just go in there and get the fuck out as quick as possible.
No. Yeah, but on average, what they've noticed is like when the music is fast, people walk around and shop, and there's a lot, like they do it all faster. When it's slow, it's much slower. So when the stores are not busy, so they give the illusion that there's plenty of people, but they're actually slowing people down, so they're spending a little bit longer in the store.
Do you think
artificially?
Do you think that's a strategy stores use?
Mm-hmm.
Like major retailers.
Well,
like
let me ask you
Walmart,
this.
Target.
Let me ask you this.
Because Best Buy didn't do that. And
See, I don't think we had music, right?
No. We had a same playlist that would play, and I think that played the whole entire year.
Yeah, it's like you don't even remember it being there. You know what I remember? When they would play the march from Star Wars. Yeah. Every time someone would do something, like I don't remember what, like sell a total tech or something like that, they would play like the Darth Vader's classic march over the whole entire intercom system, loud as fuck.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, even though if it's the same thing, that makes more sense why that would be it, right? Like, because they would just design songs and they create a special list according to what time of the day that store is busy. So, and they would just play that by, let's say they know between 2 to 5 o'clock or 2 to 6 o'clock the store is going to be busy. They're playing certain kind of music and they're slowly tapering off. But what I was gonna say, just literally flew out of my head.
So you didn't go to jiu-jitsu today?
No, I didn't go today. It was just a lazy day today for me.
No vitality either?
No vitality either, just a lazy day. I actually fucking napped for like 3 hours.
Me too.
So
I went to vitality early,
crazy.
and then I came home and I was like, oh, I'm gonna play some UFC. And
Eddie, you said you felt like you wanted to punch a baby today.
Yeah, bro. My mood the past couple of days hasn't been as good as it was like the past couple of weeks with me working out and stuff. I don't know what it is. And yesterday, I worked out twice. I ate good.
You're probably depleting the levels of your testosterone.
I was just about to say, you think your testosterone levels are a bit off?
Maybe. We could actually figure it out right now. Let me text Lynette. She can log in and see. My results should be back.
Yeah, you're probably depleting your levels because of overtraining.
Well, I got the blood drawn yesterday, so that'd be a good...
Well, did you get it? I don't think you got it yet. If you got it yesterday, it usually takes them about 2 days to get the results.
No, actually, Arthur got his at the same time, like around the same time period. Like, he did it the day before and the next day at night, and the doctor was able to look on his phone, and he told him.
Oh, cool.
So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. See, but
I got some of the... we're not sponsored, but it'd be nice.
It might be nice.
Yeah. Roca Eyewear.
Oh, yeah, the one that Joe Rogan advertises?
Yeah. Those things are cool, man. They have the little gecko padding on them. So they're, like, supposedly resistant. I'll let you guys know how resistant they are to slipping off.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see if they don't end up in the water on the cruise, you know?
that too. I don't think so. I'm very careful about that. I mean, I rely too much.
You know that brand Blenders, right? It went famous a little bit ago. They're pretty cheap. They're like $50. But they have this float line that Lynette bought me. Never buy that shit. I don't know what it is. I think... Hold on a second. I gotta sneeze. I don't know what it is. They got something about like that material that they use, because I guess it's hollow, whatever, special plastic that floats. Something about it, that the paint that they use doesn't stick well to it.
Comes off.
Bro, it comes off so fast. The whole entire thing will just peel up.
Those Blenders I wear, bro, like, the lenses got all fucked up on mine. Like,
every single pair of blenders I have, even if they're float or not, the lenses, quality is shit.
Quality
shit. They just
yeah.
have zero durability.
So I was like, what's the point? Oh, yeah, what I was going to say. Okay, so let's say you're hungry. You're walking down the street, and you see three restaurants. One restaurant is full, bunch of fucking people inside. Second restaurant has no one inside, and the third restaurant has 3 people inside. Which one are you going to?
I'm not.
And you're working around.
How
you not
full?
necessarily don't
Could
have.
You tell me how long I'm gonna wait at this full restaurant?
You don't know. There's just a lot of people there.
I would check first. That would be my determining factor. Cause like if it's like less than 40 minutes, half an hour, or 40 minutes, an hour, half an hour or less, I'd probably wait. Cause it's the there's a thing telling you. There's a bunch of people in this place. There's 0 and 3. 3 is still not a lot. That's pretty close to fucking 0. So I would be patient for good food. Now if they're like, it's an hour and a half wait, we're going to that 3 people spot.
Okay. So yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like I think it's similar with the stores being busy or not. Like, cause I would not go to the empty store. Like,
Right.
There's a reason this motherfucker is empty and the other ones got people in it.
I'm not gonna shit on the place because it's here in St. Pete, but there's this place next to your house on 58th and 54th that it's always empty, and it's been empty since I was a kid, and that's for a fucking reason.
Yeah,
I
I know
went-
what you're talking about.
I went
I
there
went there
one day.
once. It's garbage.
and like the salsa they give you at the beginning, sucking ass, and then the food is just garbage.
Yeah, dog shit.
garbage. 100% a front.
Mhm.
Like if you ask me, they've been open so long too. Like I
Yeah.
can remember that same exact establishment being there when I was a kid,
Yeah,
running
yeah.
around Kansas City.
It's been
And
been
it's always
open for
empty.
always, yeah.
It's always empty.
Mhm.
Like yeah, just I 100% believe that place is a front for some kind of
For
laundry
the Mexican cartel.
for Mexican cartel.
But yeah, so I don't know, like, you know, I
plot
usually
twist is for the
if
Chinese.
I have time,
I said plot twist is for the Chinese because
No.
you know the name of
Yeah.
the place. It's clearly Hispanic.
So for me, if I have time, then I look for the fucking for that parking lot. If there's a lot of cars in that parking lot, there's a lot of people inside.
Mhm.
That food's gonna be good.
Right.
It's gonna be good. You know, even if you wait hour and a half, 2 hours. But then
Olive
if
Garden.
no,
I don't like Olive Garden.
Nah, man, Olive Garden, no.
But you see,
I'm
a
not
lot
a
of
big
car-
fan
you
of,
see
like-
a lot of cars outside. Do you think it's for the free bread?
That's
Oh,
because
I got a question for
That's
you
just
guys.
because white people.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Do y'all agree with this? I want to know if y'all agree.
I'm
with
very big on food, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the mainstream restaurants like
Do you guys think
Applebee's,
Biden
Chili's,
gets a lot of password resets?
Olive Garden. Huh?
Do you guys think Biden gets a lot of password resets?
this. Biden don't know where fucking he is. I don't think.
Yeah,
he
right.
even knows
He's got the Apple
passwords.
system that just does the suggested passwords for him, so he doesn't
His
have to remember a
assistants
goddamn
probably
thing.
do
That,
that
was
shit
the
for
second
him.
question that I was gonna ask. Do you guys think he does the remember me every time?
Oh, he has to. If he doesn't, he'll fucking have a heart attack every time he's gonna log on Instagram.
So remember the other day we were reading the list of places that women will not go out on a first date.
Yeah, I saw this opposite. Your brother said.
Yeah,
it to
there's
you,
an
too.
opposite one right now. These are the types of women that men should not take on a date. And I want to see what you guys think. Single mothers, women with a lot of tattoos, women who dress provocatively.
Whoa! Pause.
Sex
Okay,
workers.
Hold on. Easy.
I find tattoos attractive.
Slow. Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Tattoos are. That's
Now-
a turn on.
In the sense of where if she's got a bunch of raggedy ass tattoos,
If you got
That's a
shitty
red flag
tattoos,
for me.
yeah. If you got like crackhead tattoos,
yeah.
If you got a rose that
And
looks
I've-
like
and
a
I've
fucking
definitely
like stick or some shit like that, like no.
So,
I've definitely seen some girls like that too.
You
Where you
can
look
be-
at them and
here's
like,
a
that's a
controversial
tattoo that was
idea.
done in the trailer park.
Here's a controversial idea. I think girls with bunch of tattoos, there's just some psychological issues there. That's why she has so many fucking tattoos. She's
Look, I'm not
covering
gonna lie
shit
to you,
up.
Jay. I'm attracted
Covering
to
shit up.
craziness. I got a little Latino in me. It's kind of attracted to that.
What?
I'm
A
attracted
little
to
bit of
tattoos.
spiciness,
No,
a
Little
little bit
tattoos,
of
yeah.
craziness.
You just got a little
I
level of
fuck with that.
testosterone. That's what it is.
You may not be a fan of it. Maybe it's because of
Yeah, I'm a fan
it's-
of it. I like
Hey,
the
it's all
tattoos.
evolutionary. You're from Lithuania. Maybe you're not used to that type of craziness.
What do you mean? The
Yeah,
tattoos
the
are everywhere
Caucasian
in the
girls
world,
aren't
bro.
crazy. Like,
Yeah, but what
like
I'm saying
Hispanic.
is, I personally, because of evolution, right?
I have
Because I'm Latino, I can handle Latinas, which tend to be crazy, and girls that got tattoos are crazy, so that correlates. I can handle that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why would you want to handle a girl? This is what I would like. Please explain to me. Why would you want to handle a girl?
What do you mean by handle?
You tell me. You just said handle a girl. I'm not
I
trying
can
to
be
put
with
you
a
on the
girl,
spot,
I
but
like a little craziness.
already. This is my thing. I think that a lot of people are using the word handle, and that's what kind of like works for them. But the way I look at it is more of like it's a compromise. But it's not a compromise for me either. I'm not handling or compromising anything. I actually enjoy. I'm attracted to tattoos. I don't know what he's talking
no.
about. the whole
I
crazy
don't
thing.
think he's talking about the tattoos.
I know,
think
he's talking about the crazy thing.
girls and
He's-
being able to
because you
handle. Like, what
correlated
is a handle?
You said girls that have tattoos tend to be
I have some
crazy.
No, I didn't say
psychological
crazy. I said
Okay.
they have psychological issues.
Psychological issues equivalent to craziness.
Not
No,
necessarily
no.
just
He-
psychological
He
issues.
meant like she's trying to cover up something.
Alright, okay, we're going.
Yeah, she
You
could
know what
be.
I think?
She
We're
could
going
be.
with the-
She
we're
could
going
be
with the
daddy
formal
issues.
term.
Could be daddy issues. Could be
So-
fucking like I'm not good enough issues.
I
could
think
be
that
all
has to
kinds
do
of-
with anything someone finds some kind of enjoyment with in life. Anybody can
No.
anything that provides enjoyment to you, you could use as some kind of coping. You could force yourself to like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna force myself to keep fulfilling this feeling
So-
that really means nothing or does nothing for me to kind of like, you know what I mean?
I have a
Cope.
theory. Now, the reason people like spicy food, you know what's the reason that people like spicy food?
Why?
Because spicy food doesn't really have flavor. That spicy is not a flavor.
Right. That's just burning.
It causes pain.
Capsaicin, yeah.
And capsaicin causes pain, and capsaicin
So
is the
you're
chemical
saying
in a.
people like spicy because it adds pain? Why do people say
Fucking masochist.
like it adds?
You're
that
gonna
thing?
you're gonna take my thunder away. Let me explain all the way I'm going there. God damn, Miggy.
Go for it.
With your impatient ass. So when the spicy hits your tongue, it starts burning and it hurts. When it hurts, your body produces endorphins to combat the hurt, the sense of pain. So people get addicted to that pain, that endorphins that are released due to the pain. That's why you constantly eat spicier and spicier and spicier. You'll never get off of it. Once you get on spicy train, you're always eating spicy, right? And you just levels go up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now look at the tattoos, because you got to think about it. Like every time that needle is jammed in your fucking skin, it fucking hurts. So they keep going back to that same feeling of hurt and just keep getting hurt.
So I don't know if it's necessarily the feeling of the needle that hurt provides endorphins, or the satisfaction of a product, of getting something done, or this and that.
Yeah, but they're never satisfied. They always want more.
Well, they're
Like, once you
satisfied
get
with
one,
a
you always
single
want more.
with a single piece. They want another piece.
Doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't that describe,
Just like the spicy, too.
doesn't that
I get it.
describe the relationship of men and women? Once you get one, you want more.
No, that's for men. I agree. For
With
women,
men, you
not
don't
so
even have
much.
to ever touch it. You still just want more.
What, men? Oh, they've done.
You never even have to know the feeling. You just still want
They've
more.
done the research. I mean, obviously they've done the research in rats. We're a little more complex than rats, but they've done research that men, after a while, they tend to smash their girls less and less and less because they get tired of it. So the way they did it with rats is like they'll put a brand new female rat in front of him. He just smashes.
Bro,
Right?
that
After a
must
while-
it must be so weird to be in the room just looking at these rats smashing.
Yeah, after a while, the rat starts smashing this female less and less and less. Then they put a new female in, rat starts smashing again, right?
What's
With
up,
the frequency
Natalie?
and starts like tapering off. But then what they did, they're like, all right, well, this is weird. Let's do this. So they put a female in front of this rat smashes, and then he stops smashing her for a certain time, and then resumes smashing, right? So what they did, they put the rat in, rat smashed. They removed that female rat, put a new rat in right away, rat's ready to smash again. So what they proved in rats, that like the male rats will go after a new female with the same frequency and eager as like the first time. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether they've smashed or not.
I was so I'm in the middle of Goggins' book, Never Finished, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I'm bringing it up because he's got a rat analogy as well that reminded me of. So he's talking about how they have this experiment where they would take rats and kind of just put them in a cylinder of water and see how long they could swim for. Right? And so they would only swim for, I think it was like maybe an hour or something like that, like a very short period of time. Then they would eventually fall to the bottom and give up and they would die. And so these guys, these scientists, what they started doing is they would put the rat in there, and when they would notice the rat was kind of losing its give and energy, they would pull the rat out and wait for its heartbeat and breathing rhythm to go back to normal, and then they would maybe put it back in or whatever. And what they started noticing is these rats that they accustomed to this, they could put them in there, and they would swim upwards of 60 hours.
Yeah.
What he was getting at is basically the system of belief, kind of like believe in yourself kind of thing, right? Like when the rats never thought they would be saved, they're kind of just like, all right, well, I'm gonna give up now because there's no point. But once they have the ideology of like, okay, I'm probably gonna make it out of here, I might make it out of here, they'll go until their fucking body gives out.
Yeah. No, I can see it. But anyway, again, Miguel, I think, don't get me wrong. Well, I'm not saying that, people shouldn't get tattoos. They should do whatever the fuck
You
they
know
want
what's
to
funny?
do.
Rodolfo and me, I don't know if he cares me to tell, but he'll probably tell when he gets here. Rodolfo and me actually went to Tampa today to get a consultation for his tattoo.
Nice.
Hopefully his mom's not watching.
Yeah, girls love tattoos. Girls fucking love tattoos on guys. The more tatted you are, the more girls love you, because there's that bad boy stigma, right?
I don't know. I like a couple little, like, I like clean, like, feminine, dainty little tattoos. Like when you've got
on a girl?
Yeah.
On a girl?
When you've got like some big piece of lettering and some kind of like graffiti style and stuff, I'm just like, that was done in a trailer park, girl.
You look like a fucking train.
Anyway, so let's carry on.
You look like a fucking train. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You look like a train cart, bitch.
Women who dress provocatively. What do y'all think about that?
I fuck with it, dude. I don't give a fuck.
So this is my thing.
I feel like, not always, but when I do go out, I do dress, according to the occasion. If girls feel like they need to slut themselves out, and that's how they want to be seen, go for it.
But this no, I don't think you see
These
what
are
I'm
my-
talking- These are the types of women that men should not take on a date or take serious. Basically, if you're not taking them on a date, you're not gonna wife them.
So provocatively, and I
Yes.
feel like when you say provocative,
Revealing
it's
clothing.
a little. It's a. You would say right, revealing clothing, but I feel like that threshold is a little subjective towards everybody's what their opinion is, right? Like some girl could have a shirt on till here, and someone's like, "Oh, that's provocative," or someone could have it till here. And
Well, I mean,
someone
we're-
else
I
might
mean,
say,
we're-
well,
we're
that's not provocative.
We're not
you know?
talking about Middle East where the girl has her
Right.
ankles,
No, of course,
ankles
I
up
get it.
and
I
she
get
gets
it.
stoned.
I get it.
You know
I
what I
get
mean?
it. But my definition of when I see a girl and I'm thinking like that's provocative, that's showy, that's this and that. I don't judge. I try not to judge on their character. Usually you can, because the moment you see a girl, you can. She's probably talking to someone it's night, and you could pick up on a couple things of her character here and there. Someone only has to say a few things, and you can kind of get a little bit of their base character, at least what
Yeah.
they're showing, right? And if that's not what they're showing, that's on them.
But see,
But for me, like if I see a girl, like when we go downtown, and
Mm-hmm.
there's those girls that like wear like basically a fucking
Borat,
a thong
Yeah.
on their as a
Borat,
fucking
no.
bra.
Borat bathing suit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. When you see a girl like that, like I don't know, I find it very hard
So-
for me to be like, that's someone I would wife. You know what I mean? Like no, yeah.
What about you, Miggy?
Regarding what?
Provocatively dressed.
Like I said, I don't care.
Yeah. So the way I look at it, if that girl is in a relationship and she does that away from her husband or her boyfriend, I consider that as fucking cheating.
Cheating.
Yes, 100% cheating, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
This man just
And I'll tell you
went
why.
full
So let me ask you this. Before you go on, it's just like, what, like your girl can't go to the beach and be in a bikini, like without you there?
No, that's
That's
fine.
You know
fine.
what's
Okay,
funny?
that's fine.
That's
Okay.
fine.
You know
No,
what's
I'm not
funny?
saying that's fine.
You know what's funny?
Oh, you're not saying that's
No,
fine.
no.
Oh.
You're
You
gonna
can
say,
take it the way you want
You're
to
gonna
take it.
say a girl would, or woman would typically say they'd want to.
What?
Woman would typically want to
No,
go out
go on.
in a provocative way outside, right?
No, so okay.
I'm gonna
Elaborate
tell
a
you
little bit on this.
the reason why I'm gonna
Jade.
do you just before you tell me why, tell me yes or no. Do you think women like to go out dressed in a provocative manner? Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm gonna. Do you think it's? You're gonna say it's not right. Correct.
I'm not. What do you mean?
No, he's not saying it's right or wrong. That's
I'm not
his,
saying it's
that's
right or
his
wrong.
standard.
Okay.
Not even that it's my standard. I'm just saying that it's cheating. There's a reason why it's cheating, right? Because if you think about it, us men, we are what? We're salesmen, right? We're trying to sell ourselves to a girl that we like, so she goes out with us, and then hopefully she smashes, right? That's like an end result. Like you got to think about it. Men don't do anything that doesn't result in pussy since day one. So if today girls decided they're gonna punish all the bad boys, not gonna sleep with them, no one would want to be a bad boy. If today girls decided that Brock the bartender or like Chad the Thundercock from Down Under,
From down under.
the stripper, is a low status and don't smash that guy, no guy would ever want to be that. So we could literally live in an empty room with a TV on the floor and a lawn chair and we'll be happy as shit. But then happy
My
like
PC.
pig and shit. But then what do? We fucking put shit up on the walls, we buy nice couches, we do all these things. Why? Is because women expect that from you as a guy.
I feel like that's not all men.
It's majority of like everything.
No, because like for example,
The world would not be where the world is
Ready?
if women did not expect that.
expect it. I don't.
Correct.
You see, I have a few things hung up in my room. I don't
Yes.
do that because like women expect it. I thought it
No.
was cool to hang stuff up in my room.
Yeah, that is cool to hang stuff. Like the stuff that's hanging in your room. That's all boy stuff. I'm not talking about the boy
Yeah.
stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that normal people have in their house. And it's usually if you look around in your house, the shit that's hanging off the walls.
It's like this. Yeah.
Yeah, that is not what usually guys hang on their own wall.
Yeah,
On-
you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
okay.
it's a little bit different, right? So what I'm trying to say, we're like if the girls didn't if the girls did not they did not validate a certain type of behavior, guys wouldn't do it, right? So since that's the case, and we are whatchamacallit, we are
I agree with
salesmen.
I agree with Natalie. It's not cheating unless she entertains the attention.
Well, let me get there.
Yeah.
And I'll explain why it's cheating.
I wanted to hear you elaborate.
Yeah. So since we're salesmen, we're trying to sell ourselves to this future girl, like whatever she is.
Guys, real quick, Vitality in the chat. Get yourself a free credit.
So, women, on the other hand, they are what are they? They are advertisers. They're not a salesman, but they're advertisers. So by her putting herself out there to be noticed, meaning advertising, right? And they've done the research on this. They've done the research on this where when women are in their ovulation, like when they're the most fertile, they dress more provocatively to attract the best mate. And like sexuality is one of the things that women put out there to attract a mate. So when women put themselves in provocative clothing in front of a bunch of dudes away from their boyfriend, to me, that's advertising, hence asking for the attention of the males around. So that's why, to me, that is cheating. Because she's advertising herself to some other dudes. Because that's literally what it is. Now, women put makeup on and put dresses on, not for the dudes. They do that to attract the best mate, but they also do that to compete with women that are around them.
For the first time, I heard one of the guys around us, I don't remember who it was, talking about how they actually pay attention to a girl's...
I do.
Oh, you, right? Yeah, nails.
I do.
I don't. I never paid attention
I
to
do,
nails.
because to me, like
nails.
If you're gonna have your nails done, have them done. If you're not gonna have your nails done, don't have them done. But don't be in the middle. To me, that's just pointing out to laziness. Like clean that shit up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's just a pet. That's an ick.
An ick you have, right? Because I never noticed that.
Yeah. Where's the modernality? Both control affects your hormones, which most women are on. So naturally, she's gonna be acting out of character for the most part. Yeah, so the birth control, talking about birth control, that's interesting. They've been doing a little bit of studies, but I don't think that research is going to come out. Some of the research is pointing out that birth control actually, well, since it's kind of tricking your body always that you're pregnant, right? The hormones, you like certain type of guys, which means like what they've also noticed is that girls would if they're not on birth control, they'll sleep with the baddest of the baddest guys. Meaning, like, they know exactly he's not going to give him a relationship, he's not going to make a commitment, they'll sleep with him. But then when they're pregnant, they'll choose a guy that's going to work consistently, provide and protect them, like be there for them. So,
well, I can see that in a sense where their body's naturally telling them, hey, you might be having a kid, you need to find someone to help you with this.
Exactly. But they want the strongest fucking genes, which is this fucking guy that doesn't fucking...
Top 1% Chad, right?
Yeah, the Chad, yeah. And you know what I mean? So... when they're in birth control, they're naturally looking for this guy that's more docile, this and this and this. The minute they get off the birth control, they start not liking their boyfriends because their boyfriends are too beta for them.
You know,
so there's that research, but I don't know if that's going to come out.
We're going to do a segment.
I have a question.
We're going to do a segment real quick. I'll have a question. We're going to do a segment next pod where we do provocative or not provocative with Jay.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up a bunch of pictures of chicks. We're going to see.
Yeah.
I'm going to find borderline shit.
Would you say women tend to seek validation from guys?
Seek, no. But the minute validation stopped all over the world, let's say I was Thanos and then I went like this and all the dudes start validating women and giving them attention, you would see the prescriptions of antidepressants skyrocket for women.
Say that last part again.
If I had the gauntlet and I went like this, and all the dudes in the world start validating and stopped giving attention to all the women around, in my opinion, I would see the prescriptions for antidepressants skyrocket immediately. Because think about it.
What gender?
The second question to this.
Because see, here's the thing.
I wonder what gender.
Women get validated by attention, and men get validated by sex. Like, if the girl smashes us, we know they like us, and this is our validation. This is our way of validation, right? And the minute the girl is not having sex with us, there's a big chance that she's having sex with someone else. So we're not getting that validation anymore. So this is where the fucking fight started and everything. It's just, unfortunately, that's how it is.
So what I was going to ask you was, what ways do you guys think guys try and get validation from women?
Just like you said.
Sex.
Just sex?
Literally sex.
I don't know if it's just sex, but it has to do with sex. It all has to do with sex. It's not necessarily just the sex act, I think, but it has to do with sexual attention.
Yeah. Well,
So like if your girl shows that, just because she might say yes to you at nighttime doesn't necessarily fulfill that entire thing. You know what I mean? Like she's got to be ambitious towards that sex. Like, that's a big thing.
yeah, exactly. Like she's willingly. There's a genuine
Not
desire,
necessarily,
right?
exactly, not willingly, but actual
Genuine
ambition, desire towards that
But
themselves.
here's the thing: for you to understand better this, we have to go to like the extreme situation, right? Like, so let me paint an extreme situation for you. You're Bud Bunny. You get DMs on daily basis. Pussy gets thrown at you left and right. You have the pick of the litter. If the girl you're talking to, she doesn't want to smash, you tell, you know what, baby, don't worry about it. Here's your Uber. Get the fuck out. And you call another 3, and they show up, and they don't mind being there while you're smashing them in a circle. Right? Think about this situation.
Oh wow, Natalie's saying that birth control hurts you from being pair bonded.
I don't know about that. I haven't seen that. That probably be good research to look into.
No, I think that just makes you a hoe.
What? A guy?
No, birth control hurts you from being pair bonding.
No, what makes you? I know what for a fact makes women less pair bonding is when they constantly get a hit of oxytocin, which is the love hormone that gets produced every time they smash a dude. So the more they smash, the more oxytocin gets produced, the more callous they get to the level of oxytocin that is being produced. So that's where the pair bonding disappears. So birth control has done, it allowed women to have sex without any consequences, which they should do whatever the fuck they want at the end of the day. You know, they're fucking up only their own psyche, you know, has nothing to do with me. But I think
it's sad, man. Like that. For one, like I remember in high school, I learned that, for example, a bunch of like men's products, like I think certain things are like untaxed, right, because they're considered necessary. But like women's toiletries, like the tampons and pads and stuff like that.
What is men's is untaxed? What men products? No, I think the fight is about having female products being not taxed. So there's not a single male product. I don't think there's any male product except for food that is not taxed. Everything is taxed.
I might be wrong, but I know that they are fighting against how because their toiletries are taxed.
Yeah.
Right, because they're considered unnecessary, which is crazy. It's like they want them to just bleed in their pants constantly.
Yeah, so I don't know, Natalie. That's a pretty good. Hey, send me that article on Insta. I want to read it. Like, if you found something like that, that'd be awesome. I want to read about it a little more to see what's going on with that. But yeah, I think the whole fight was like, hey, these are the things that
pink
are necessary.
Tax, that's what they've been calling it.
The what?
The pink tax.
The pink tax. So what would they want to tax off of?
Things that are what they would consider necessary.
Like what?
Like toiletries, like tampons and pads and stuff.
But is it tampons and pads only? But it looks like there's a lot more to it.
It looks like there's a lot more, but this is like that's the best example I could give. That
Yeah.
For me, that'd be something that is necessary.
There are also some states that have banned that: California, New York, and Virginia.
What?
Other states, including Florida, have enacted separate laws banning sales tax on baby diapers.
So
that's the pink tax. Just a little quick summary on
it. So it is happening, I guess.
Oh, yeah, so they have been turning it over and kind of helping. That's good.
Yeah.
Because I think that girls shouldn't have to pay tax on their fucking tampon. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty fucked. When other medicines, you don't have to. That's something that's considered necessary or whatever. You don't have to pay tax on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's up to debate. You know what I mean? Like, it's to whichever. To me, that doesn't fucking matter. It is what it is. You know. But what I
think the birth control shit sucks for women in general.
Yes. So what I was saying, like, if you were Bad Bunny status, right? Like, if you were getting women like as much as you wanted to get them, would you really care what one girl thinks or another girl thinks, or you wouldn't care, right? Because you always knew you had the abundance of women, right? Yeah. Would you care what one woman thinks about you or another one thinks about you?
Basically,
that comes down to.
So that would automatically give you so much validation that you wouldn't give a fuck if she has tattoos.
Because you can get sexual. The way I'm looking at it is you can get sexual ambition from whoever you fucking want.
So that take that and then now apply that to women with attention. So when women get attention, they get the same level of validation as you would when you had a bunch of women that are ready to fucking sleep with you without even saying anything to them. That's the equivalent of each other. Now, I think nowadays some women get a little more, some women get a little less, but I think overall
I could understand that what she's saying, like pair bonding, Because if you think about it, like they've done the studies, right? Pair bonding, this and that. You've talked about how when women sleep, like the whole thing when humans, if they sleep with a lot of people, women more sensitive to
there's
men.
a statistic. Can you pull it up, Miguel? Actually, there's a statistic chart.
But if you think about it,
human pair bonding.
the pair bonding, right? That's hormonal,
Yeah.
right? And if the birth control is controlling your hormones, your hormones aren't playing out naturally. So I could see how that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, no. I think
Especially if you're meeting
you get used to the levels of oxytocin that gets produced in your body, you know. And then another thing, like if the girl is good in bed, that's to me a red flag. That means she had enough time with someone to become good in bed. You know what I mean? Like there are things that you can say that there are red flags and things like that. But anyway, so I don't know. That was the list. That was one of the items. Let's go on to the next. Sex workers, OF girls, corn stars.
What's the
corn stars?
Oh, okay.
Strippers.
Are you not allowed to say the P word?
I don't know. I'm not saying it. No, it's a more linear chart. Do like pair bonding, pair bonding levels after several partners or something like that. Like, so what do you think about taking on dates girls that are sex workers?
Well, I mean, no.
Yeah. No. What about you, Miggy?
Still trying to look this up.
Don't worry about it. We'll find it for next time.
Yeah. Would you date a girl as a sex worker, Mickey?
That's a sex worker? Fuck no.
Okay, cool.
I would definitely not. No, fuck no.
Yeah, I don't think we really.
What about?
Elaborate. I don't think we need to elaborate on that one either.
We what about understand. Instagram models, bottle girls, escorts?
No.
Bottle girls, no. IG model, yes.
Why?
IG model, I feel like it's very much. It's a lot more professional.
What girl do you not know right now? What girl? See, here's the thing. Every girl today is an IG model.
That's the way you think about it.
You're not an IG model with 1,000 followers. You're not an IG follower with 5,000 followers. You're not an IG follower with 10,000 followers. If you're not in Vogue, you're not a fucking model, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So where's this whole IG model? To me, that's a red flag. Like, I don't want to, because, I think Sartain talked about this. He talked about this, like, he's like, he invites a bunch of girls on shows, right, that he does. And he says the girls that have, like, hundreds of thousands of followers, like, they're so nice. They come in. They're always on time. They're like, they know their thing. And then he goes, he'll invite somebody with like 4,000 followers, and these bitches want him to pay for her flight, for her hotel, for this, for that, for the third, and they're always like complaining about shit. They're never on time. It's like, what the fuck, right? Those are IG models versus actual like GQ models or like Sports Illustrated models.
I don't think that
Playboy models.
With the standards that social media has presented today. The IG model, I think, needs to have a minimum of like 75,000 followers, 100,000 followers. Because nowadays,
at that point, you start getting brand deals. You have a back.
Right.
You have a portfolio. You have a resume. You have something to say that.
I think for you to say you're an IG,
but every fucking
even
girl
to
you
have
meet
that,
nowadays is a fucking IG
forget
model.
about the IG title. If you're gonna put model into your, I want you to be making money off this.
Yeah.
And for you to be making money off this, you need to be at a certain level.
And you selling tequila in a local Total Wine does not consider you being a model. It's just you fucking doing a job, and you semi-attractive to stand there and sell fucking alcohol.
Twin Peaks, Hooters, or Wing House.
Yeah. Okay, so next. All right, so we got women with large social media following. Women with purple hair. You down?
I don't know. So, purple hair, I'll fuck shit out of Karol G. So,
yeah, but that's Karol G.
So I mean, I don't think purple hair would be automatically something because. No, I couldn't put that. That's too broad of a thing. Like a hair color.
Yeah.
Unless it was rainbow, then I might not be attracted to. That's a whole other thing. But like just you dyeing your hair some cool color, I don't look at it as a red flag.
Huh?
Is it because it reminds you of 6ix9ine?
No, because purple hair. I think she's just trying to be edgy and like off. Like she's not trying to be.
My thing is, you have to believe.
You're gonna go against the narrative.
Ready?
You know what I mean?
What's wrong with that though?
I don't like that.
Sometimes I get
because if she going against narrative, what else fuck shit is she doing against the narrative? You know what I mean? That like already a red flag for me.
I don't know, man.
So
Purple hair,
anyway.
no, not enough. Not enough.
Women with promiscuous friends. Like if her friends are hoes.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Alright, cool. Women who travel alone regularly.
Alone?
Yeah,
What kind of woman travels alone?
that's what I'm saying.
That don't happen. She ain't going alone.
That's a red flag.
She's going somewhere. Someone's meeting her there.
Somebody's sponsoring that shit.
Yeah.
Women that drink a lot.
I mean, even if she's paying it for herself, someone's meeting her there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, women that drink a lot.
anyone that drinks a lot, I think, is a red flag.
Women without a father. Now, I think this is with a caveat, meaning that the father was not present. Father is alive, but it wasn't present in her life since she was little. She was raised by a single mother. I think that's what they mean by this.
No father.
Mm-hmm. I would say
That
that's
just
red-
tells me
that's a straight
like
up
it
red
could be a red flag, but it's not something that I would say I would never date them. It's something that I'd.
How about this? Let me modify this. Woman without a male role model in her life.
That's what I'm saying. That it's not necessarily like I would never be with them, but it is a red flag. You know what I mean? Because like, I love the fact. I like the idea of. Sorry, guys. Fathers love to baby their daughters.
Yeah, they do.
It's for a reason. You know what I mean? And I think we all understand that. And so, whether you think it's wrong or right, I think that it's really smart for you to just want the best for your child. And if that's the way that people think it is the way to do it, by coddling your daughter, so that way she kind of like expects the same from the men.
But I think still, no matter how much
the
the dad cuddles, there's still gonna be a disciplinarian. There's still gonna be times when they're gonna say no.
100%.
Like, that's not happening.
Parents are always a disciplinarian.
Well, not mother. Mothers are the ones that are gonna like, it's okay. Here's your prize. Here's your first place prize.
Your mom did that? My mom did.
Yeah, bro. 100%. All moms do that, bro. Your mom, my mom, Miggy's mom, everybody's mom is like that.
They're like that, but doesn't mean they're not disciplinarians. And
Well,
especially
they'll
with
discipline.
daughters.
Yeah, they'll discipline
With
you.
daughters, especially, they're disciplinarians.
No, they'll discipline you, but not like a dad would.
For a man, maybe.
I have a very good article.
The daughters are vice versa. As a father, you usually feel weird, like yelling at a daughter or something.
Nah,
like that.
hell no.
The mother smack a bitch.
Well, yeah, the mother can smack a bitch. Yeah.
I tend to see.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the roles are
If a
flipped.
dad would be like, "Yo, you gonna
The
smack
father
that bitch
is a
right
very
now.
large
You gonna
disciplinarian.
smack that bitch right now."
The father is a large disciplinarian for the son, and the mother's a large disciplinarian for the daughter. That's the dynamic I saw in my household. But Lynette, you went to my dad to get coddled. Now my mom was the fucking whip, and me backwards.
Yeah, because your dad knew your mom was gonna be the whip.
Yeah, and backwards. Same thing
Yeah.
backwards. My mom didn't necessarily coddle me. I just wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid of her.
All right,
I
what'd
was
you say,
afraid of
Mickey? Go.
I mean, like he was saying, that's the same dynamic I've seen. I mean, not in my household because I'm, in a way, I'm an.
He's a red flag.
Yeah, I'm an only child.
You're a walking red flag.
But the relationship that I've seen with my mom and my aunt and the way my grandma treats them, that's always been the case. Grandma's always been the disciplinarian.
For the daughters,
For
right?
the daughters compared to the.
What about women who
Yeah.
party every weekend?
No.
No, you.
What about
No.
plus-sized, unhealthy women?
No.
I'm not gonna be a fucking hypocrite here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean you can't
No,
you can't override your lizard
look.
brain. It is what it is.
I mean, of course, I
there's a
like fucking
point,
thin
homie.
women,
If-
but at the same time, I am one of the guys who like is an advertisement towards like bigger girls need love too, like the natural girls who are not necessarily unhealthy, but like like she's got too big of thighs. Like I like big girls too. Like not a fucking if you're 200 pounds.
You
No,
like
no, no,
obese girls, the ones
No,
that are
no,
like
no, no, no.
330
Like I said,
pounds
if
overweight.
you're 200 pounds,
Yeah.
no.
What were you saying?
Okay,
Mickey?
so again, we're on the same line.
She's
I
5'3", 180 pounds.
I like thicker girls, right? But I'm not.
Dallas
looking-
Cowboys
I
need a
probably
new
shouldn't have said
linebacker.
I'm
that,
not
but
looking
yeah.
for a hippo. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like a thicker girl, but I'm not.
No, but what? No, you
not
tell me
dating
what is
fucking
thick?
Lizzo.
What is thick? What is thick? Like 5'3", 180 pounds. The Dallas Cowboys linebacker, like right end, tight end. You know what I mean, or something like that.
Are we going in football terms? Do you want me to like give you a player? That's kind of sus.
No, because like
Ready? I'll give you the proportions. The best way I can think about it is if the width times 3 matches the height, or it goes more than the height, you're too big.
the width of what? The hips or width of
the width of hips. Usually
the
hips are
hips.
the biggest, right?
Times
Like,
3 matches the height.
if it's
Is
bigger
that
than
the golden ratio?
if it has to be smaller than that. If your width,
Yeah.
you take it and you put it sideways
Mm-hmm.
and times it by 3, if it's taller than you, your height, too wide.
I say it's,
Ready? That's just my guess.
That's
just me bullshitting.
I say what I've been attracted to all my life is like that, what they call the 0.64 waist to hip ratio, which means smaller waist to larger hips. But it has to be proportional. It can't just be like fucking hips, waist, and then there's nothing on top. Like it has to all proportionally match. And then when there's a little bit bigger, now don't get me wrong, will I smash a big girl if it's a slow Wednesday? I would.
Let me translate.
Can you give us like a graph?
Let me translate J language here for a second. I like women who have a nice balance. They got a little
Look at the
ass,
hourglass.
They got a little titty.
Hourglass figures.
Yeah.
No, we're known for liking that.
It's balanced.
Yeah.
Symmetry.
And it's been like this all my life. Like I never really liked girls that were bigger, but I never really liked them that they were like bicycles either. You know what I mean? The bicycle frame girls. Like just a normal in between.
You know what? I got a little kink for them too. I like them. I like a spectrum. I don't.
Yeah, because you
like,
smash them, it doesn't mean you're gonna fucking wife
no,
them.
like for example, like there's of course like if you had a guy, if everyone here was a fucking Galileo and can paint their shit, we could all paint our prime girl, right? Like you can kind of imagine that.
Well, they've done the test.
But just because there's like your prime doesn't mean you don't like something a little different too.
Yeah, that's to smash. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
No,
guys
not
will
just to smash, but like doesn't just
to
because,
smash, bro.
Well,
To smash, bro. That's it.
what do you mean? To
Once
smash?
you get it out of the way,
you don't
you're
have
like,
to. You don't have to
Once
have
you-
your prime
Once you
girl
get the
to marry,
PNC,
bro.
bro.
No,
Once
come
you
on.
get the PNC,
Come
it
on,
changes,
man.
man. But anyway, okay. So women on dating apps. They're like on a bunch of dating apps.
I've only gone maybe on like 2 Tinder dates before, man. They've never gone well.
Yeah, divorcees.
See, like that right there. If she
Golden
could,
ratio?
she could be like a little bit bigger than that, even, and that's okay. But like
Yeah,
little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
more than that, no.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's normal though. That's literally normal.
But you see, like how big her hips are and thighs. Like some people don't like that big of a girl.
Well,
seen
no,
a
I
lot
got
of
a
guys.
friend that likes girls to be like bicycles, like frame, like all bones. You know what I mean? So that's his thing.
Shit, just so you see it, Mickey.
But let me pull up.
I'm
Let me
literally
pull up
looking
that
at like a
article.
list of different types of body types and shit.
So I have this article, guys, which actually fits pretty well with this one. So apparently the so this is
Talk to me, Jay. Talk to me, Jay.
This is the name of the article. Since 2020, women have lost interest in a specific type of a man, according to a biological anthropologist.
Okay.
So apparently, before, women would be like, this would be the list: somebody who respects me, somebody who can trust and confide in, someone who makes me laugh, someone who is attractive, someone who makes enough time for me. Right? But since the pandemic, says Fisher, this list now says someone who is emotionally mature. And to me, I've been hearing a lot of this emotional maturity.
We've talked about this. You know what? I don't know if it's emotional maturity. I don't know if that's what they're calling it here.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've been seeing, it's like that thing I talked to you about how Ty Lopez the other day was talking about, like the beta males, the guys who are a little more sensitive and stuff like that, like the Pete Davidsons and the Weekends and stuff like that. We're starting to pull, like everyone's asking the question, why the fuck is Pete Davidson pulling Kim K and Ariana Grande and stuff like that?
Yeah, but neither one of them is with him.
No, but they pulled him.
Yeah, he pulled them. He pulled that. There's that.
He smashed, Nick.
So there's this theory. There's this theory in biology. It's called the sneaky fucker theory. You can look it up. The sneaky fucker theory is about these fish, right? So these fish, the males usually are bigger than the females, right? So the smaller males will pretend to be females to sneak into harem of the bigger male and fuck all the little females, and that's called the sneaky fucker theory. You know what I mean?
And you think that's what these men are? Sneaky
Yes,
fuckers?
they're
I don't
sneaky
think so.
fuckers. So here's the thing.
I don't think that they're just hiding in the shadows and picking up scraps.
Well, no, obviously, number one, they're popular.
There's something. No, but there's something about that, like.
Pete Davidson is popular. Number one, he has
Right, of
clout
course,
and he
that's
has
something.
status. So if he didn't have the clout and status, he would never pick up Kim K. Never in a million years that would happen.
But what they're trying to say is that there seems to be a change. Like you're saying, since 2020, the people are a little attracted differently. I kind of understand. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but understand that viewpoint that Ty Lopez was coming from. That the beta male kind of might do a little well.
So here's I have a controversial idea. See, I want to see if you guys agree with this or disagree with this. Push back if you want to.
I probably will.
So I think men are more emotionally intelligent than women.
Yes, I agree. I can't contest that.
And you know how girls will
More
always
in
complain
control?
that they want a guy that's more emotionally intelligent? But men are, I think, more emotionally intelligent than women. This is why. Because if you think about it, who's more emotional, men or women? In general.
More emotional?
More emotional about things. Women, right? But we also know that men have emotions too, right?
I think what you would have to say is we're more in control.
Correct. We're more in control of our emotions. That's we're more emotionally intelligent because we understand that being emotional is not necessarily the right thing to do.
There's a lot
situations.
There's a lot of times where, for me, anecdotally from my relationship, I feel that I'm the one to point out, hey, why are we being assholes to each other just to be assholes? Why are we letting our emotions just flare up just to be this? So let's kind of like take a step back and dial back. We're more understanding, analytical about like understanding the emotions and breaking them down.
So does that make you more emotionally intelligent or your girl?
Emotionally intelligent? I would say it makes me more emotionally intelligent.
That's what I'm saying. But nowadays you'll see a bunch of women on TikTok complaining that they're looking for a guy that's emotionally intelligent. What that tells me it's a fucking red flag.
See, my thing
because
is...
you were so fucking emotional at all times, and you want somebody to validate your emotions.
And I'm not going to say that this is in women or in men. I think this is in humans in general. I think a lot of times when emotions start kicking in, our brains more are pulled towards finding some kind of excuse to validate that emotion,
obviously,
rather than saying, oh, okay, I'm emotional about this thing, but it's because I did something wrong, or I'm examining this wrong, I'm taking it to heart, I'm being insecure, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, whatever it may be. And I feel like men are a little more geared towards going to the like blaming themselves.
Well, why? Because life fucking hits us in the face. If you're XYZ girls,
now I do see men do this, and I do see women geared towards blaming themselves.
Yeah, but then it's XYZ. You see that men get smacked in the face by life. Women don't want to date you. You don't get any attention. You don't get the best jobs. You don't start making money. You become a bum. You become homeless, and you live under the fucking bridge. It hits us really hard.
Now I also
if we don't do these things.
I have to speak from the perspective of a guy. Who do I hang out with? Mostly men. Like these are my boys.
Because we
right now. Also, I would love to hear, I would love for us to have fucking a woman here to kind of give a little bit of perspective because...
Well, they're going to have a knee-jerk reaction right away.
I don't think necessarily, because I can acknowledge that we did the same thing too. We're just trying to say that I think men are a little better at it.
Well, so the whole thing, my point here was like that they're saying like that these women are looking for somebody that's emotionally intelligent, yet they don't understand what emotional intelligence even means. This is telling me they want a guy that's going to understand their emotions. So in retrospect, they're looking for a girlfriend. Ready? They're looking for a girlfriend. They're looking for a guy that understands and acts like a female when they want him to, but then acts like a man when they want him to. And they want the guy to be able to read their mind and understand at what time of the day how she wants him to act.
Jay, let me tell you something.
Tell me something. Let me tell you something.
If you can't beat them, join them, baby.
Yeah. Well, I think being a lesbian is like, how lesbian women will go out there. It's easy to pick up women. It's easy. Well, you play the fucking game on easy mode. As a woman, it's much easier to pick up a woman. Like women have less stringent characteristics for you, because nothing enters them. There's no like subconsciously. There's no danger of them getting pregnant by you fucking scissoring. Like, I don't care how much of a man do you think you are, but you scissoring or you going down on a woman, she subconsciously knows she's not going to get pregnant. That's why
Before I lose my thought, I would say that when it comes to emotional intelligence, the best way I'd break it down, call me sexist if you want to call me sexist, men are better at removing their emotion while trying to analytically examine their emotions.
Yep, and the ones that are not good at it, what becomes of them? School shooters. That's what happens.
School shooters?
Yeah, the ones that cannot decide, the men that cannot decide.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, bro.
I would just call them bitches.
Well, no, like look at it. Jail is full of emotional men. Jails are full of emotional men because these motherfuckers will make moves because of their emotions.
You know what I saw? And it's actually playing to exactly what you're saying. I saw this black guy. I don't know where he was from. He's taking a video of himself on his phone, a little selfie video, and he's saying, "Guys, I never thought I would be one of the people to do this, but I just shot my girlfriend." And he's like talking on the phone. He's like, I never thought I would do this. And he's like, but let me tell y'all something. Y'all should never play with someone's emotions. And you know who made me like this? My ex-girlfriend. So I'm going to go shoot her too. And then I'm going to kill myself, this and that. And this guy was going crazy.
Damn, this thing?
Yeah.
Yo, he was like...
He need help, bro. Who
got me this way? My ex, her boyfriend, her ex-boy, my grandma, my mama, aunt, my mom.
No, just think about it. So if you ask this man... So there's two things that happen. One, either he doesn't have options for other females, so you have to deal with this fuck shit emotional torture of this woman that got him to the point that he shot her, which is like, there's no fucking excuse why you shoot and kill someone, right? Now, number one, he either didn't have options or he was in fucking what? In love. And what does love do? Make you fucking be emotional and you make stupid ass decisions. So in reality, you as a man, you shouldn't be emotional at all. And I think that's being emotionally intelligent, where you understand that emotions will fuck things up for you.
You know what I think though? Love is what you're saying in that way. It kind of blinds you, right? But it's really nice when you're with someone for a long time, and you go from that feeling of like this high school boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever it may be, like this relationship, and then like a couple years go by and you think you might love this person, but then there's a certain point where it goes from like I love this person to where like they're now family. There's
but then there's also a certain point where you sometimes have to like trip and fall into some pussy to realize what you have at home. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have
as
to
a guy, you know, you kind of have to do it. Did you know that more men cheat than women? However, more men cheat than women, but women almost like have merged the gap with the guys, and they have less testosterone than men. But most men will only cheat once in their lifetime.
Really?
Like, yeah. The serial cheaters are serial cheaters, and they're gonna be like this. But most men will only cheat once in their lifetime, and that's it. They never really cheat after that.
Okay.
So that's the research.
I wonder why it's once though.
Because
it's like a spontaneous.
Because it's like
spontaneous opportunity.
Okay. So let me
caught the second
or like
time,
once like.
Let me ask you this. So let's say you're in one relationship, and then this relationship, let's just make it vanilla. This relationship ends, and you go into another relationship. Like that whole smashing in a bed is not the same in the beginning until both of you kind of get used to each other.
Yeah, especially since you're used to the
Some
other person.
time needs to pass, and so it gets right. So now imagine you're in a relationship with a girl. You know exactly how to move, what to do, what to do, and how to do it for this to be boom, bam, wham, bam.
You know, whether
you
like
go to
circles
sleep.
or up and down.
Now imagine you're done going out. You've been drinking. You're tired because you're trying to finesse this girl. Now you get back. Like, you know, things get hot and bothered. Now you go down to smash. You're tired. But all this time you've been practicing that, like, you know, like that. I know exactly which way to move to get this over with so I can go to sleep. Like, so you're really good dialed in at that. You start doing this shit with this new girl and it's not working. And now you're in there sweating like a fucking $3 hooker trying to figure out what's going on, you know?
It's almost like
she's Tekken and you're playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, at that point, it's
almost like having GTA cheat codes.
Yeah, at that point, you're like, you know, how long does it take for a woman to come?
But they're for the wrong
and
game,
the answer
maybe.
Is, who cares?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like having GTA cheat codes, but you have the wrong game.
Yeah, that's so. At that point, then you have to start asking the question: how long does it take for a woman to come? Who cares? At that time, you just finish you do you, and you go to sleep. And that's why I think the guys don't enjoy it, because like sometimes the new poontang is not necessarily just as good as the other poontang, but it's a new poontang. So new poontang is always the best poontang. Like,
so
there's
what
no
you're trying to
as a
say,
golden poontang.
what you're trying to say, and I agree with you, and I do agree with you on this actually.
Yeah, see,
what you're trying to say is, think about it this way: me and Jay been doing this podcast for a year.
Yeah.
And I can't go into meet someone that I met a month ago. Me and Jay know each other for I don't fucking know how long. I can't go to someone I've met a month ago, start a podcast, and on that first episode, expect that it's gonna go like this.
I mean, we've tried that.
You could try, but it's
No,
not
we
gonna
tried
work.
that.
What do you
and
mean?
It doesn't necessarily work out. I mean,
What do you mean?
no. Carry on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't want to ask. Never mind. But yeah, like I get what you're saying. You're used to this kind of
Yeah,
interaction,
you're used to it, and sometimes it's
and
just
you've made this roller coaster your
Yeah.
own, and now you're going to a new roller coaster, and you think you're gonna be able to do the same tricks, you know.
Well, even the whole idea. Think about it this way. Even the whole thing. Sometimes I get fucking annoyed because I'm like, all right, man, now this bitch is annoying. I still gotta take her out. Like, why fucking pay for the dinner? Pretend I like her. Then spit some game.
Pretend I like her.
Yeah, then spit some game. Then smash her, and then
Well,
I'm
if you
not.
smash her, you did like her.
Yeah, but I know that that's how it's gonna end up, right? Like at the end of the day, that's how it's gonna end. Like that's how the night is gonna end. You kind of have that vibe right away. That's how the night is gonna end. But if you don't have that vibe and you continue to do that, maybe she hopefully is gonna sleep with you. That's not gonna happen. So just like cut your losses as soon as possible, right? Like you kind of know in the beginning that this is gonna happen. Like the way she's talking to you, like to being touchy feely, you know. But like you gotta do all these fucking steps just to smash, and at that point, like, what does it say?
He said, "I miss your casting couch setup."
Hey, coming up next, GhettoRig casting couch. We got the couch ready.
We just need some
Nah,
talent.
yeah, I was about to say it's not gonna be with any of us. Mickey will be here producing it, and we'll be like me and Jay, like fucking like announcers on the
Yeah,
side.
because like you know, it's just I don't know. With a new girl, you always have to like spit this game, do that, do this. At one point, it gets fucking annoying when you do long enough. Like when you do shit long enough, it gets annoying. At times, you just want to, bro. You're fucking.
You know what
annoying.
I see in
just
you?
leave. I don't want to talk to you.
You got that Drake mentality, like no new friends. You're sick of like trying to make interactions work and.
No, I don't mind making interactions work, especially if those interactions gonna make me better or. Because I don't want to be the
find
smartest person in the
satisfaction-
room.
I find satisfaction from good interactions. So if this is some bland bitch, I get it. It's annoying. But if it's a cool person, I enjoy new interactions.
Yeah,
good
like if I'm
new experience.
Yeah, but see there again, you know, in my head with my fucked up head, like
Girls are
my job
entertaining,
is to
right?
get in between the girl's legs. Her job is to retain the relationship. Like she has to be doing everything to keep me around, not the other way around. Especially if you have options, right? Like if you have options, then what the fuck do you care? Like if you got 3-4 girls knocking on your door, like why would you settle down with this one? Like what's the benefit? But majority of the situations that's not the case, right? Like majority of the dudes just only have one option, and that's the skin of their teeth, right? So like
That was me in high school.
yeah,
I mean, like, I exactly kind of what you're saying, but see, I feel like it's not necessarily just because there's no options. Like, you can actually genuinely like want to continue with this person, and I can get what you're saying. Also, when you do have more options, that blends that part of it out as well.
yeah, and I think with you guys it's a little bit different because you're kind of growing together and you're kind of like
Yeah, I met her when
becoming
I was 15,
better
bro, yeah.
together. You know what I mean? As long as this continues and you get your shit and act straight, where you become the man of the house and she's becoming the woman, and you kind of fall into your natural roles, everything will be fine. But the minute those roles reverse, that's when you're gonna run into a lot of fucking issues, right? Because we're just not designed. Like we're not designed to be here. Like we're not designed to be in a certain roles. Like
I
we're
feel
just
like that
not.
depends on the woman a little bit. Ready? You want to hear why?
Hmm.
Because I've seen certain women that are exactly like they are kind of drilled into the dynamic exactly how you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, for example, I see my Emily and my sister and a few other girls that I know that aren't quite exactly like that. Not saying that that's not the dynamic I want, but what I'm trying to say is they're a little like, and I don't know if necessarily that might affect the whole long-term dynamic, but what I'm trying to say is they're a little more forward-giving than most women are. I don't know why that is. They're a little more okay with being like, yeah, take it. Most women are like, but that's mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I feel like their dynamic is a little more close towards
Mine.
They're a little more towards ours.
Yeah. Because they understand that, like, they understand that you're gonna provide the safety and security, and they understand that this is like, This is what. Now, don't get me wrong. The minute you become a drug addict, alcoholic, without a fucking place to live,
Regardless,
she's gone.
yeah.
She's gone, and nobody will blame her for that, right?
Of course.
Right. But what? Anyway, what I'm trying to say, like, this could be very easy, but when we complicate this, and I think with social media, it complicates things even more. Where you have like women that are running around thinking they're fucking tens and they deserve the best just because an athlete flew them out once and they smashed them and kicked them out and flew them back.
You know what
I
I feel like is one of the most simple and best pieces of advice that someone could just use as like a little bit of self-motivation. I'm just thinking of this because, we talk about men bettering themselves and stuff. Hard now or hard later?
Yeah.
Hard now
how about
or hard
always
later?
hard?
What was hard? That's
Well,
what she said.
yeah, stay hard like David Goggins, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always. But, that dynamic of like,
So
if you ask David Goggins, that's bullshit, right? He believes you should stay working hard to the day you die.
So
Your 100%, you reach your 100% is the day you die.
So I think all the issues we have.
I personally think if you're harder for more than 6 hours, you should probably go check out your doctor.
Yeah, you
So-
might have to take a visit to the
I think-
ER.
I think all the issues we have with relationships and the way things are nowadays is all guys' fault. 100% guys' fault. Because guys will literally go to the fucking extent of simping to the max just for a glimpse of that meat wallet. Not even smashing it,
I
right?
was talking about this with one of my buddies the other day where I was
It's
telling
literally
him,
guys' fault for simping to the extent like if the guys stop doing this shit, women would need to like,
Ready?
oh shit, I'm not getting the attention anymore.
my buddy, we were talking about one of his relationships that ended, and he told me how at the end of the relationship the girl tried saying that she felt like he hadn't done enough.
Mm-hmm.
And this friend of mine is someone that I, as a guy and as a human, will up front and being honest say, you're a better boyfriend than I've ever been.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this guy's
Yeah.
you're like coddles, right?
Well, the guy has done too much. She's saying he hasn't done enough, but he's done too fucking much.
That's exactly what I told him. I said, it's not that you didn't do enough. You did too much.
Fucking much. Yeah, 100%
You did
too much.
way too much.
Yeah, too much.
If I give you fucking caviar every day,
You're gonna think caviar is shit.
there you go.
Or like if a girl's like, well, he never gets me flowers. Try bringing flowers for fucking 3 weeks straight every day. What's gonna happen? On the fourth week, you bring the flowers. You're gonna,
Remember that thing we talked about? The guy that he put the little clipboard thing in the shower, and the girl when he kept like to write reminders or whatever in the shower, and the girl and no one was using it, so he started using it to write cute messages to her in the morning when she would get up to shower and she would see them. And that one day he forgot to write it, and that he got home and she kind of asked him a question and he gave like a bland answer. I guess he asked her like, what do you want to eat? And he was like, I don't know. Do you even love me anymore? Just because he stopped writing this note that she wasn't even paying attention. She never even acknowledged it. He thought that she never even saw him. And a lot of times she never even saw him. And so like the one day he stopped doing it. Do you even love me anymore?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, he takes that away, and suddenly she's like, this is crazy to me. Why aren't you like that to begin with? Like, why don't you want to be with your guy? Why don't you want to love him and cherish him and fucking help them in their life and do things for them instead of running around and fucking singing all the single ladies and I'm independent? Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, most women will go around and fucking scream, I'm independent, I'm independent. Bitch, you're an average adult. What are you talking about? You pay your bills, you wash your dishes, you wash your clothes, and you fucking drive a car and you pay car insurance. You're an average individual.
Let me ask you something, Jay. You really love and care for someone, and you're trying to... You felt that you're like they're asking something of you, and that what they're asking of you isn't something crazy, but you look at it as maybe a bad habit.
Yeah.
And you eventually condition them and help them realize that this is bullshit.
You don't condition nothing. You tell them straight out, we're not doing this. This
listen.
is the reason why we're not
Well, yeah,
doing
but eventually what I mean the conditioning is condition them to understand why it's bullshit.
No, I don't think I don't want to manipulate anyone to do anything. You know what I mean?
No, not manipulate, but
maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Because I'm not manipulating her to do something. I'm more like, look at it this way. You want to use the word manipulate? That's fine. I'm manipulating her to understand that this is wrong.
Yeah.
You want to use the word manipulating, conditioning,
no, I don't want to
teaching, whatever you want to say, right? Like, for example, when me and Emily first got together, right? Young kids in high school, everyone's so big about posting their relationships on social media. I never posted my shit. Like, I mean, a lot of my pictures on Instagram are mostly me and Emily, but that's over like the 7 years I've been with her. There's probably like 15 pictures, right? So like, I was always like big into like not caring to post. Like, I use social media a lot. I used to,
Same way with
but
me.
I don't
never
post a
posted
lot.
anything. Yeah.
And a lot of times Emily was like in the beginning, right, little kid shit. Oh, why you don't post me, this and that, and like I just kept telling her that's bullshit. I don't care for that. I'm not gonna do it, and it's not. And like over time, she get mad, and it's not. And I don't know if it's the word conditioning. I don't know how you would want to say it, but over time, she kind of caught on and learned that is bullshit. That's a waste of time and energy.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would, the way I would approach it, like I would say right away up front, like, yo, we're not doing this, and this is the reason why we're not doing it. Of course, you're gonna get a pushback at first, right? You have to let the emotions come down, and once the emotions come down,
instead
you say,
of
again, we're not doing this.
Instead of being like, we're not doing this, like, what I was trying to say was, I'm not doing it. You can go post. You want to take a picture of us? You can go post it. I don't give a fuck. But don't force me to act some kind of way.
I see what you're asking. Yeah, when they're asking you to do something, like, no. This is how I came. I came with wearing blue shirt and blue jeans.
Exactly.
Don't try to
and
put
this is what I'm
khakis on me. Yeah,
and
yeah.
Eventually, she kind of caught on to my mentality and understood the same thing. And then it's funny how when we started the podcast, we actually, in one of the first few pods, we talked about that study that they were saying that the most people who post a lot of their relationships on social media are the ones who are the least happy.
Unhappy as fuck, yeah.
They're more likely to be unhappy.
They've done the study, like, if people take a lot of selfies, which, who takes a lot of selfies? Every single girl that has a camera on their phone, they're taking selfies left and right. They're just narcissistic. Like, literally, they have narcissistic tendencies, and a lot of them have a lot of narcissistic tendencies and or are narcissists. You know, that, and social media, like, caters to that shit. You know, the attention, and I think, yeah, if the guys literally stop doing that, it's all guys' fault. I don't have anyone else to blame but the dudes. It's all guys' fault, 100%.
You know, I have a small theory that all women, like, by definition, not necessarily that they actually are, but by definition, all women are a little masochists sexually.
Really?
They all like that dominance, bro. Most girls, like, on the majority, like, there are fucking girls who are dominatrix and shit like that, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
But a majority, most girls like that kind of be submissiveness.
Yeah, choke me daddy thing.
Yeah, choke me, right? Like, I have
Pause.
yet. No, I mean for real though. Like, I have yet to hear from a girl that they don't like to be grabbed by their neck. I have yet to hear that.
Yeah, because that like, okay, so nowadays, how do you, like, back in the day?
Of course, don't fucking make her black and blue. We're not doing jujitsu here.
Yeah. So back in the day. Back in the day, the dudes would go out in the village and they would fight each other, and girl kind of knew where she stands. Like, oh, she's got like the strongest dude. She's happy because he's fucking proving that shit on the battlefield, right? And when he come back home, she didn't need him to prove it. And I don't know, this is my fucking opinion. I feel like this is what's happening now in bed. You kind of have to prove it every time.
If you ask me, my theory, we're throwing out theories here. If you want to go back to why it might come from old times and when guys would go in and rape and pillage, it might be a little bit of their lizard brain of when they used to be getting raped back in the day, trying to enjoy it. That's just a theory of mine.
Yeah,
I might be way off.
I wouldn't want to make that mainstream, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
That's terrible, bro.
I'm just saying.
I know what you mean.
They might be connecting that. Like, for example, the whole, like, Daenerys Targaryen kind of thing. Like, she was getting fucked anyways. Might as well try and make it a little better.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. By
Maybe.
Jason Momoa. But
yeah, bro.
That was fucking Jason Momoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
he's still fucking, what was he, Drogo? Yeah, Drogo.
Yeah, it's still, he was the best looking one out of the fucking entire tribe. Right?
What was his name in the show?
Well, he was the biggest, strongest out of that tribe, right? Like, my understanding.
Yeah, all the time.
She's getting smashed by the fucking strongest guy. Obviously, she's gonna like it. Like, what the fuck do you mean? She got.
You didn't watch Game of Thrones?
Huh?
You watched Game of Thrones?
No.
Well, she didn't like it the first few times.
Well, she had to.
She was sold off.
Huh?
She was sold off.
Yeah, because it wasn't her choice. But
Khal Drogo, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't her choice, obviously. Yeah, I understand. But then, as time goes by, she's into him, right? Because she sees how he's fighting, how he's fucking people up, how he's, like, killing everybody, and, like, he's the strongest dude, and then she starts falling in love with him, right?
No.
Is that what happened?
She saw her grab for her power in the show. That's what they make it.
See what now?
She saw her grab for power and, like, basically was kind of like, well, this is what's going down. I might as well.
Hey, Miggy, watch. Don't play too much.
Yeah,
of
I was
that
about to say
YouTube.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't play that on
not on
stream.
stream.
Oh, it's not
okay.
on stream,
You're just
okay.
showing us. Okay, good.
No, I don't know. All I can say that in the beginning she might have liked it because it wasn't her choice. She didn't know who this guy is to reprocreate with him. But as time passed, I'm sure she saw that he commands respect of everyone. He says something and
Yeah.
people do it, and she was all about that shit. So I think that's what changed, right?
Yeah, the show was pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like everyone calls it their favorite show, the best show of all time.
Yeah, I don't know. I never
I
watched
don't-
it. It's too
I
fucking
wouldn't-
slow for me.
I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best show of all time. I would definitely say it's pretty good though. Like the production is amazing. The story is all over the place.
Yeah.
The character build is insane. It is slow as fuck though.
So-
it's so slow.
I want to switch gears real quick here.
Go ahead.
So Japan just had the auto show. And guess what 2 cars they had on there? Hey, Miggy, you pull up on Discord. So Japan just posted
talking
2
about the Honda?
cars.
Is it that? No.
Yeah, click on that.
Is that? Okay.
Yeah, so they apparently Mazda produced the successor to Mazda rotary engine Mazda RX-7, right?
So an RX-9 basically.
Yeah, so flip through
They
it.
already did the RX-8. That was a
It's
flop.
called Iconic SP.
Okay.
It's going to be a rotary engine hybrid.
An actual rotary engine?
It's an actual rotary engine
Hey,
hybrid.
yo, we got the
And-
rotary coming back.
And it's got
Yeah,
these
boys.
Go back, Mickey. Go one back. Go one more back. Look at those headlights. See those headlights?
Scroll down a little bit. Yeah.
They're pop-up headlights.
Oh, yes. I love this car. I don't care it's a Mazda, but it's got rotary engine and it's got pop-up headlights. This is amazing. If they actually come out with this is going to be
Yeah,
awesome. It
so-
looks a lot like a prototype to me, so I don't
It
know
is a
if we're going to
prototype.
see
It
this.
is a prototype.
Yeah, we probably won't see this car. But if they do something with pop-up headlights, everyone's going to hate it.
Look at
and
the
I will-
interior. Interior looks pretty sleek.
Alcantara interior,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
nice.
sleek, and the doors go up like a McLaren. You know what I mean?
That's
Kind of.
badass.
It. Pretty
That'd
good,
be
pretty
really
good
cool to
looking
see.
car. Yeah.
That'd be really cool to see, but
So-
we won't. It's too much. It costs way too much
This car,
for a Mazda. Yeah, it costs too much.
it'd probably be right around with the Supra in price range.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't think Mazda can pull that off
You don't think so?
in the sports car
With
market.
the RX-7?
Nah, man, the RX-7 isn't. It's... Okay, I'm a car guy. I grew up watching Fast and Furious and shit, so that's different. But most people nowadays will recognize an old R34 or something like that. But an RX-7, they don't. Like, most people look past it.
Yeah.
Most people look past it. It's not as big as the other cars. If to me it is, but to the mainstream, I don't think it is. I don't think they could pull something like this off. It would, like I said, have to be GTR range. You jumping in? Oh, look, it's like your friend. a
Hey
Mazda.
guys, we got a new guest jumping in on the pod real quick.
What do you think? We should do wireless mic or do?
Yeah, give him the wireless mic.
Yeah. Okay. Fo, you want to hold it? Or you want me to just clip it on your shirt?
Clip it on your shirt. Doesn't need to fucking mess with it.
There you go. I'll clip it on. Sure. Mickey, you might need to mess with just put Streamlabs on the other monitor for me. I want to check something while it turns on. You know what I mean? What you guys been doing? Thank you, brother.
All right, Fo's about to jump in. Very nice. We can get you all hooked up with the mic.
What topic you guys talking about right now?
We were talking. I don't even remember what we were talking about right now.
Oh, we're talking about
I'm
women's.
thinking about something.
Who'd
Give me
you
a second.
say, old friend? What?
Is this on?
Not just yet. What can I do properties?
Yeah, guys. Sorry for the delay. We're just gonna hook up the mic real quick here. No, that's.
Need that? Need that? Something's weird happening. It's not showing stuff for me. Okay, there we go. Wireless mics.
Yeah, sorry guys for the delay.
Unmute the wireless mic, Mickey. It's not
It's
mute.
already unmuted.
Testing one, two. It's not showing it is. You know what I mean? Right here. That's so weird. Hey guys, let me know if this microphone I'm talking into right now is working.
Remember last time you did something and it worked?
Streamlabs looks like it's bugging it out or whatever. I don't know why.
Just use the regular mic because you don't want to fucking crash it. No, you got music blasting.
You see what I mean, Miggy? It's doing weird shit. You see that?
Yeah.
Well, if it says unmuted at your side, it should be fine, right?
It's unmuted here.
Okay. Just put that to your shirt if you want. Under
Yeah,
your chest.
guys, chat. Give us a thumbs up on.
If not, we'll just pull out. We'll
Give
just
us a
pull out
thumbs
the,
up
the
on
XLR
Rodolfo.
mic. We just want to try this out. It's always nice to have.
So underneath the chin, right?
Yeah, right there is fine.
Is the receiver on?
Yes, receiver's on. It's set to the wireless and everything.
And that one's on too?
Yeah.
All right, chat.
So,
give us a one.
Let us know, or
Yeah, let us
I'll
know.
just pull it up here. Mickey, go ahead and Fo, give me a sentence and then I'm gonna mute the mics, Mickey. Mute our mics. I want to test it real quick. Sorry guys, just a real quick test in the middle of the pod. I know this is what happens when you do live streams and you're testing stuff.
Talk in your mic.
Yo, testing
What-
1, 2, 3.
What'd you do after running?
Really, just me and Eddie hung out all day. I went to a tattoo consultation today.
Yeah, what are you getting?
With my appointment, it's basically a message from my mom on my arm. I'm gonna get it on the inside of my bicep. And,
It's gonna hurt. That's a really soft area.
Yeah. So I've heard, but I think I'll be all right. We'll see. And then after that, I kind of went home. I took a fucking nap because it's my day off. And then I woke up from the nap. I just got back from Walmart, bro. Walmart's fucking ridiculous. Literally a bag of shit and like some laundry detergent. I spent like $100. That shit's fucking.
Not working? All right.
It's echoing from.
Got you. Fo, you
Just
can
doing
hand
the
me
mic?
that. Yeah, we're just gonna give you the
That's
fucking
cool.
normal mic.
The regular mic.
Headphones on.
That's fine. And I have an article which I thought is pretty interesting, and I want to talk about this. And I think if you join in on this with us, that'd be cool. So, all right. So how we're looking on the camera? All right, good. All right. So these are 20 rules of life that will change you,
All right, Mickey, you
written
can
by
bring- you can take
Japanese
Streamlabs
samurai
back if you want.
400 years ago.
To the other monitor.
So I want to see if you agree with these guys, these rules, right? The first rule is you should accept life as it comes. Your life will have some good and very bad moments, and you have to know how to deal with it. Accepting the
Do you
good
want
and the
headphones?
bad
You have to
in
if
your
you
life
want
will
to.
just make you stronger
so you
and
can
will
hear yourself
preserve
better.
your mental health. Do y'all agree with this? Accepting life the way it comes.
Yes.
Accepting
Yeah,
life
I
the
kinda
way
go-
it comes.
The way
kinda
you
go
should
with the
accept
flow in the
life
sense
as it
that
comes.
It is what it is. I mean, you're gonna have shit that you can't control, and you can only control what you can.
You know, I've taken a little bit of a different mindset on that in the past couple weeks. I don't think that. You gotta.
Yeah,
I think.
I semi-agree.
I think that if you want something, and even if you don't, if there's like a 2% chance there, you want it hard enough, you can work hard enough for that 2%.
Yeah, I do think
Fuck,
there are some
fuck
things
the probabilities.
You can't
Fuck
do,
everybody in the
like
room.
Change.
Fuck everybody in the room telling
agree
you
with
can't
that.
do that. You throw a middle finger up at him, so fuck
Well, see,
you.
I
You'll
agree with
see.
an I agree with
You'll
an
see.
idea that good things happen and then bad things happen. You should be able to deal with them, and I agree with that. But that you should accept life as it comes. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but then what? Because we're inherently fucking lazy.
So,
So if I stop doing everything, well, should I accept life the way it comes? Live under the fucking bridge?
Right.
Makes no sense, right?
so if you mean accepting life the way it comes as like, let's say you go through a scenario, you make a decision, and then it's already dealt with. There's nothing you can do to change it. Then you
Yeah,
should
yeah, yeah,
accept
yeah.
and then keep going. But as to like certain things that you could work for and like do certain things to, you know, shoot towards the goal or whatever you're shooting for. I mean, yeah, at that point it's in your own hands, and if you could change it, then change it. But you have to
Agreed.
accept it.
Stop chasing obsession to achieve pleasure. You have to live in a moment and enjoy it when it comes naturally, rather than seek for pleasures all the time. I guess I kind of see this like if you I guess they're talking about like falling in love with the process versus the outcome, and I can see this actually being super helpful. Where do you,
I think that if you fall in love with the process, that's it right there.
like, you're not gonna need anything else.
You don't need anything else.
Mm.
I think that's kind of how I felt about the pod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like falling in love with the process, I think has been like our biggest
just doing
our
it.
biggest thing going for it.
Yeah.
Is that we all want to do it, and so it's just kind of like, what's
Yeah,
the
you're just
lose?
doing it
What's
to
the
do it
loss?
because we like to talk anyway. So.
Fuck it.
Acting on an impulsive emotion is wrong. See, this is what I'm talking about. So, like, I think guys are better at this than girls are, acting on impulsive emotion. Although guys do it too. But yeah, like when you impulsively want to do something, you like pull back and say, "Wait a minute, why am I fucking doing this the way?" You know.
I don't know.
When you send
I
that
think
risky text,
It's like that whole popular belief, follow your heart. I think is complete bullshit because it makes you do things impulsively, not stop and think about it.
This is the thing. I feel like it just depends on the situation. So whatever someone's
Well,
like, for example, let me tell you this. If I'm gonna say, like impulse, right, or let's say impulse, or let's say reactions, or like your reflexes and tests and things like that. If I say, like, at a swift of a hand, Rodolfo's, like, right now got to catch a basketball from Miguel and throw it, and off of just straight reflex and reaction and muscle memory, I'm going to trust him to do that more than Emily.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
if Miguel's throwing a fucking brush that's a makeup palette, and who's going to fucking do it, catch that shit and draw the most straight line, I'd trust Emily to do it.
Yeah.
So I think it all just depends, because whatever you're best at, whatever your skill set.
As to acting on impulses... like off your emotions.
Emotions is different.
I definitely think sometimes it's good for people to take a step back and not just make quick decisions off their emotions all the time. But I definitely think a big part of living life is to act on certain impulses based off emotion.
Well, no, like if it's the fight or flight, we're not talking about fight or flight. For example, you're having a conversation with your girl and she's like fucking pissing you off. Nobody's saying act on your emotions because a lot of fucking emotional men will get up and smack a bitch.
Me and Rodolfo actually talk about this all the time.
They'll like, get up and smack a bitch.
Tell him, like,
that's what I mean.
Have you ever been arguing with your girl and you're like, you shouldn't say this thing, or you know exactly the right thing to say, but just because you're like, fuck this bitch, you'll kind of want to say something else.
Streamlabs crash.
Oh shit! God. Can we resume?
Click the yes button to keep streaming.
It always does that, and then he hits the whole yes button to continue streaming, and it doesn't. Watch, it's not gonna do it.